The drama surrounding Angel Reese has reached a breaking point. What started as another week of headlines spiraled into a full-blown firestorm, not because of her dominance on the court, but because of what came out of her mouth. In a single interview, she managed to disrespect one of the most respected veterans in women's basketball history. And when you go at a legend like Courtney Vandersloot, you better not miss Angel Reese missed badly. Vandersloot is no ordinary player. She's a 5-time All-Star, a 2-time WNBA champion, and the league's assist leader for 7 different seasons. Her career is the definition of consistency, professionalism, and respect. And yet here was Angel Reese barely 2 years into her career tossing casual shade at Vandersloot's age, her injury history, and even her value to the Chicago Sky. She didn't just make an offhand comment. She questioned whether Vandersloot, who tore her ACL at the start of the season, could even be trusted to return at full strength. It wasn't subtle, it wasn't respectful. It was a public dismissal of a legend delivered by someone who hasn't even cemented herself as a reliable pro. And it wasn't just a small crack in the locker room walls, it was a grenade. When Vandersloot finally broke her silence, her response wasn't explosive. It was steady, confident, and absolutely devastating. She didn't rant or lash out. She didn't need to ask about her future. She simply said, "Contrary to what people say, or think my age is not a factor, I'm coming back better than ever." That one line said everything. It was a clapback, rooted not in emotion, but in legacy. Vandersloot didn't need to defend herself. Her career already speaks volumes. But when pushed, she reminded the world that respect isn't optional, and that's the problem for Angel Reese. This wasn't just a careless remark. It was a public insult against a teammate who has already done more for the game than Reese could dream of at this. Stage locker room venting happens all the time, but when you drag a legend's name through the mud on camera, you cross a line that teammates don't forget, veterans don't forget, fans don't forget. And the rest of the league takes notice. The fallout was immediate. Sky players Ariel Atkins and Rachel Bannum, both of whom were also shaded in Reese's comments, spoke up. The team itself issued a response. And suddenly the Chicago Sky weren't just fighting for wins on the court. They were fighting to control a locker room spiraling out of control. And then there's the suspension, if you can even call it that. The Sky benched Reese for the first half of a game against the Las Vegas Aces, a punishment so weak it became its own. Punchline A, half-game suspension, isn't discipline. It's theater. It's a franchise, trying to walk a tightrope, desperate to look like they're addressing the chaos without actually dealing with it. Nobody respected the move, not the fans, not the media, not even the players. It was window dressing for a franchise too scared to confront its problem. Head-on Reese's defenders, of course, rushed to her side. Her fan base flooded social media, hurling insults at Vandersloot, trashing her career, and pretending her rings and accolades didn't matter. But here's the reality. A player's fan base becomes part of their brand. Caitlin Clark's supporters amplify her greatness, turning her into the face of the league. Reese's defenders drag legends down, exposing her immaturity by association. It reflects back on her whether she likes it or not, and the contrast with Clark couldn't be more glaring. Clark has faced harder fouls, nastier targeting, and louder criticism than anyone in the league right now. But through it all, she keeps her focus on the game. She doesn't throw teammates under the bus. She doesn't disrespect veterans. She leads with resilience. And that's why fans and sponsors alike flock to her. Reese, meanwhile, is drowning in self-inflicted drama, more known for what she says than what she produces on the floor. And let's talk about production. Vandersloot has rings, she has all-star nods, she has leadership credibility built over a decade. Angel Reese? She's a strong rebounder, yes, but beyond that, her resume is thin. The difference between her and someone like Draymond Green, another player known for antics, is simple. Draymond's chaos is backed by championships. Reese has none of that. Without the wins, her behavior doesn't look like fire. It looks like immaturity. The irony is staggering. Reese keeps talking about wanting better teammates, about elevating Chicago into a contender. But what free agent in their right mind would walk into a locker room where the young star publicly disrespects veterans? Everyone in the league hears this kind of noise. Agents talk, players talk. Reese isn't just tarnishing her own reputation, she's poisoning the well for her entire franchise. Meanwhile, Vandersloot didn't need to scream. She didn't need to clap back with insults. She calmly stated her truth. She's not done, her age doesn't matter, and she's coming back stronger, and the basketball world believed her because she's earned. That respect Angel Reese hasn't. That credibility gap is massive, and every time she opens her mouth, it gets wider. And this isn't just about one comment, it's about a pattern. Since her LSU days, controversy has followed her like a shadow. She's built her brand on stirring the pot, on creating drama, on being unapologetic, no matter the cost. But that act is starting to wear thin. Fans who once admired her confidence are now rolling their eyes at the constant distractions. Teammates who once defended her are growing tired of the chaos. And opponents, they're just sitting back watching her unravel. The truth is, the WNBA is unforgiving. This is a league where respect is earned, not given, where veterans grind through injuries, where rookies fight for minutes, and where franchises cannot afford distractions. If the drama outweighs the production, you're done. No matter how many followers you have, no matter how much attention you generate. Right now, Angel Reese is wobbling on that tightrope. Her suspension may have been a slap on the wrist, but the bigger question is clear. How much longer can Chicago put up with this? Will they keep enabling her antics in the hopes she grows up, or will they decide she isn't worth the headache? Because, make no mistake, Vandersloot's clapback wasn't just about her own comeback. It was about sending a message, a line in the sand. Respect isn't optional. You don't build your career by tearing down legends. You don't become a cornerstone by alienating your teammates. And you don't become a champion by chasing headlines instead of wins. If Angel Reese doesn't learn that lesson quickly, she risks becoming a cautionary tale rather than a cornerstone. And the saddest part is the choice is hers. The talent is there. The spotlight is already on her. But if she keeps burning bridges faster than she can build them, she won't just lose teammates. She'll lose the league itself. So now the question falls to Chicago. Do they ride this? Storm out and hope Reese matures? Or do they cut ties before the damage becomes permanent? Because if there's one thing Courtney Vandersloot's calm, confident response made clear, it's this. Angel Reese may think she's setting the tone, but the veterans still set the standard. What do you think? Has Angel Reese already crossed the point of no return with Chicago, or is there still time for her to redeem herself? Should the Sky move on, or should they give her another chance to prove she can grow up and lead? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in this unfolding WNBA drama.